Welcome to another episode of Iconic Artists. Ever heard of Rusty Cundieff? If not, it's time you do. This guy's got an insane journey from the beats of hip-hop to the chills of horror.
Falling asleep with my head in your lap. And touching you.
I suppose for a man like me to be the
George Rusty Cundieff was born on December 13, 1960 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. His parents, John and Christina Cundieff, adopted Rusty at a young age, and he was raised in a racially segregated neighborhood during the 1970s. An avid fan of horror films like Frankenstein and Dracula, however, it wasn't until he witnessed George Romero's Night of the Living Dead on Chiller Theater, a popular late-night show that showcased horror films. The film would have a tremendous impact on Cundieff's view on films and on life, seeing that a black protagonist, like Dwayne Jones, was breaking racial barriers in films. In high school, Cundieff would take an interest in filmmaking and would produce his first film, a documentary about racial issues in his neighborhood of Pittsburgh. Initially, Rusty wanted to become a doctor, but after taking a biology class, he would lose interest. Instead, he realized his potential and would begin writing his own plays, showcasing his unique blend of humor and social commentary. After Sewickley High School, Cundieff wanted to go to Los Angeles to attend USC in hopes of becoming an actor. His father negated the idea and refused to pay his tuition. Despite the lack of support from his father, Rusty would move forward to continue following his dream. He applied for multiple schools in hopes that he'd get accepted, and one school did. Rusty would study acting and television at Loyola College in New Orleans. Cundieff would eventually move to Los Angeles to attend USC and pursue a career in the entertainment industry. In 1982, he began his career as a stand-up comedian. It was during this period that Cundieff would meet Robert Townsend, who was directing a low-budget film called Hollywood Shuffle. Townsend would cast him in the movie after Cundieff auditioned for the director.
I'm Jimmy's main squeeze. Please don't hurt him. He's all I've got.
And then they said I wasn't black enough for the part. Man, sometimes I think that white people don't think that light-skinned blacks can play street hood.
Same thing happened to me. I was at a casting call once, and the receptionist asked me what I was here for. Then she asked me if I was black.
Oh.
But now I'm working. I use suntan lotion.
After Hollywood Shuffle, Cundieff would land another role in Spike Lee's School Days, where he plays Brother Chucky, a member of the black fraternity Gamma Phi Gamma.
Half pint. Yes, Dean, Big Brother Almighty.
How tall are you?
5 feet, 5 inches.
Yeah, you're a 5 foot, 5 inch piece of shit.
Yes, Dean, Big Brother Almighty.
I don't even know why you pledged. This is not for you.
After his experience with School Days, Cundieff continued to write screenplays. In 1991, New Line Cinema hired Cundieff to write the screenplay for House Party 2. Unlike the original film, written by the Hudlin brothers, which focused on the actual party, Cundieff's script focused more on themes of education and career ambitions of the characters. It debuted at #1 at the box office. In 1993, he wrote and directed the mockumentary film Fear of a Black Hat, a rap parody that mocked the evolution of hip-hop music. The title was derived from Public Enemy's album Fear of a Black Planet.
The things that the group does in political terms. On your song Booty Juice, what's the political significance?
The butt is like society, which we want to see as being openness and expansion, you understand? But the white man wants to clog it up, keep it closed. And we're trying to get a foot up in that motherfucker, you know what I mean?
The film premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January '93 to strong critical reception. However, similarities to another parody film released at the time, CB4, and a failed distribution deal for the film, which delayed its release, all contributed to its failure at the box office. It starred Cundieff, Kasi Lemons, Kurt Loder, and Rose Jackson. In 1995, Cundieff teamed up with writer-producer Darren Scott and followed up his feature film debut with the horror anthology Tales from the Hood. a horror comedy that dealt with problems affecting the black community, such as police corruption, domestic abuse, gang violence, and racism. This project would also pair Cundieff again with director Spike Lee, who served as a producer. Tales from the Hood was a critical and commercial success. The film was praised for its innovative storytelling and unflinching exploration of social issues. This solidified his status as a reputable and bold filmmaker.
I think we are confused in this society, men and women both. When women in this day and age who are striving to be strong and independent and noted, we often find ourselves saying, I can do without him.
I've got my Porsche outside, please go.
Chill now. The fool dropped his bank receipt. Teach you everything. Watch Mama work, and I can see it from here. Oh my God.
Well, what does it say?
Girl, he got money.
How much?
87,000. Lord, and that's just in checking. Oh my God. Imagine his savings account. Oh, okay. Pull yourself together now. See. Don't act different when they come back.
What are you talking
just
about?
don't
I'm not
start
gonna act different.
getting all weird
I'm
in the
not
face.
getting nothing.
See, this could be my Captain Saber.
In 1997, he collaborated again with Darren Scott for the film Sprung, a romance comedy which had an all-star cast, including Tisha Campbell, who he'd worked with in School Days. Also Paula Jai Parker, Joe Torre, and Clarence Williams III, all whom had prior roles in Tales from the Hood. Sprung was a summer hit and was successful at the box office. Cundieff would continue his successful reign as a director, and even though no one went to see Fear of a Black Hat, it had gained a cult following over time and gotten the attention of comedy legend Dave Chappelle, who was working on a new sketch show for Comedy Central titled Chappelle's Show.
Have you ever had something happen that was so racist that you didn't even get mad? You were just like, "God damn, that was racist." I was in Mississippi doing a show, and I go to the restaurant to order some food, and I say to the guy, I say, "I would like to have," and before I even finish my sentence, he says, "the chicken." I'm like, what the fuck? I could not believe it. Could not believe that shit. This man was absolutely right. I said, how did he know that I was gonna get some chicken? I asked him, I said, how you know that? He looked at me like I was crazy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Now, everybody knew as soon as you walked through the goddamn door, you're gonna get some chicken. There's no secret down here that blacks and chickens are quite fond of one another.
Cundieff would direct numerous classic episodes, including Clayton Bigsby and the famous Prince sketch with Charlie Murphy.
This bores me. Is anyone up for a game of basketball? How about you and your friends versus me and the revolution? So I was like, this nigga must be joking, man. I don't know where he's going with this. But he was dead serious. Prince was incredible. Prince, you got a towel, man? It's kind of hot out here, man. Why don't you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
Chappelle's Show would be an instant hit, and Cundieff was part of the show's success. Throughout his career, Cundieff has been recognized for his contributions to the entertainment industry, including multiple NAACP Image Awards and a Peabody Award. He has also taught filmmaking at universities and workshops, inspiring a new generation of artists. Early 2018, Cundieff posted on his Twitter account with a familiar face, one of the slave-possessed dolls from Tales from the Hood, leading fans to believe he was working on a sequel to the 1995 film. Cundieff then posted that a sequel was very much in production and was scouting locations in Louisiana. Later that year, Cundieff released Tales from the Hood 2. It went straight to DVD for fans. The film was executive produced by Spike Lee and co-written with Darren Scott. Cundieff quickly followed up with a third entry to the franchise starring horror legend Tony Todd, was released in 2020, and 57 Seconds, starring Morgan Freeman. Rusty Cundieff continues to be celebrated for his unique blend of humor, style, and social commentary.
Bad things, they know how to hide. They know how to make themselves look normal.
His legacy extends beyond his own body of work, as he has paved the way for future generations of filmmakers and writers. His commitment to telling innovative and inclusive stories has left an indelible mark on diverse audiences and the film industry. Rusty Cundieff, you are a true inspiration and visionary to all of us. You are truly appreciated.
That racism is still alive in American society and much more widespread than we realize. And we must see racism for what it is. It is the myth of the superior and the inferior race. It is the false and tragic notion that one particular group, one particular race is responsible for all of the progress, all of the insights, and the total flow of history. And the theory that another group or another race is totally depraved, innately impure, and innately inferior. And in the final analysis, racism is evil because its ultimate logic is genocide.